Although under 6 months ago, toilet paper was one of the most valuable and scarce items in Australia. This item really highlights the need for efficient supply chain and inventory for many businesses, now more than ever during the age of COVID. My name is Juan Carlo from Team Disrupt from Home, and today my team and I will be going over our solution, which brings data to supply chain innovation.
Today, we'll be going through some of the serious issues retail businesses are facing in regards to their supply chain. In particular, how they're looking for low-cost, reliable solutions to help them with their planning in the age of COVID. We'll then introduce our solution, a low-cost web app, which leverages machine learning and natural language processing to provide accurate and reliable recommendations. We'll also go into the business details of our solution, including expected revenue, market analysis, and rollout plan. Virtually every business needs to answer two key questions in regards to their inventory and supply chain management. How much to order when replenishing your inventory, and at what points in time do you place these orders? If they don't account for these, this can lead to an assortment of losses, including opportunity costs, numerous ordering costs. On the other end of things, you have high inventory holding costs, customer-wise, bad customer relationship management, from not being able to satisfy customers. The list goes on. At a time of financial uncertainty and high volatility of demand, it's imperative that businesses try and avoid these costs as much as they can. The problem is, traditionally, retailers without in-house capabilities to answer these questions turn to external supply chain analysts and consultants. But many businesses, especially SMEs, have had to resort to cost-cutting during COVID-19 and are unable to afford these consulting services. This will impact their supply chains. SMEs need a low-cost solution to help answer these key supply chain questions. This is an opportunity for software solutions, which are traditionally a lot cheaper than in-person services. And this allows us to leverage the power of readily available cloud computing and data analysis. This leads us to our solution, which is to leverage data and the cloud to make a reliable and accurate low-cost app. Our solution takes in historical demand data from the business owner for their products as user input. This can be further supplemented with demand data from nearby related stores publicly available online or provided by other users of our app in related areas. This is then fed into a machine learning forecasting model. We can further supplement this data with supporting data from Google Trends, and we can leverage natural language processing to get extra features such as Twitter mentions and Twitter sentiment. This data can be used with Amazon forecasting services to create a model to predict future demand. The more data we have, the more potential for more accurate forecasts. Forecasts from our machine learning model are then used in conjunction with information of our supply chain and inventory. Using modern supply chain analysis formulae, we can estimate the optimal quantity of a product to order for a store per order, and the optimal reorder points, or the stock levels at which to order new inventory. These answer the two key supply chain questions from earlier. Optimal parameters minimize overhead costs, and it's not uncommon for businesses to see thousands of dollars worth in cost savings annually from implementing these recommendations. Here you can see a draft architecture of our solution. So you have your inputs here. So your user input, which is historical demand data, costs, lead time, which is stored. You have Google Trends data, which is stored, and Twitter data. The Twitter data can be put through to Amazon Comprehend, which is Amazon's natural language processing service. And we can use that to extract topic and determine sentiment. This is all stored in Amazon S3, which is a low-cost storage service from Amazon. And it's then put through to Amazon Forecast, which runs a ton of different predictive demand models and picks the one with the best accuracy. It's then put through to the formulae from before in the previous slide, and the optimal order quantity and reorder points are calculated. So the solution can be implemented on the cloud utilizing a number of readily available Amazon services. The solution itself is relatively low cost to run. So for a reasonably sized business, 5 stores, 20 products, that calculates the order quantity 4 times a month we estimate that the operational cost of the app to be less than $15 a month. These relatively low break-even costs, which are far below even the cheapest in-person consultants or analysts, can lead to a range of very profitable pricing while still remaining very attractive to customers. To talk more about the financials, the business case, and our market plan, I'll hand it over to Jeremy.
From interviewing industry sources, we understand that there are three key reasons for businesses not wanting to optimize their supply chains. One, they may not have the right systems in place. Some companies only use Excel sheets for tracking their inventory. Two, consulting fees will need to be charged to upgrade the systems. In fact, most companies become more efficient just by getting better systems. Three, onboarding becomes a nightmare. For businesses to save money and time, you'll spend a lot of time and money. It's a pretty tough sell for an SME. However, I feel that the business case is enhanced from MYOB's unique strengths mitigating these industry risks. Supply chain optimization generally uses accounting systems for the data points. As MYOB is an accounting system software, we can leverage this advantage to streamline development and integration. The ability to utilize existing channels to access system-ready customers is a significant advantage in the market. And when compared to competitors, we only use sales data, which is easily obtainable in the AccountWrite system. Strategy-wise, MYOB has the right characteristics to lower the barrier. With traditional supply chain consulting having a 1.6 billion market size and the predictive analytics market having a 6.6 billion market size, we are taking the best of both industries in our solution. We are pricing our solution at $40 per month for three main reasons. Other players in the market like GMDH are only for enterprise-level businesses. Other competitors in the SME space only use historical data for their demand forecasting. Due to low running costs, which I will touch on the next slide, we can still make a decent margin at this rate. Given the other software that MYOB sell, like AccountWrite, if we are intending to integrate with MYOB, prices have to make sense for clients as well. We feel that this pricing structure will be acceptable by existing and new customers. I understand operating expenditure at MYOB has been traditionally at 50%, but we are figuring out the return on investment. I've chosen instead to use the average profit margin as given by NYU at 71% for the software application industry. With this assumption in mind, we expect to break even before the end of year 2. My initial development phase has a standard 6-week agile development cycle with sufficient 5-week alpha and 12-week beta testing in the 6-person development team. We'll break even at around 9,100 SMEs and expect to be profit-making within a 2-year time span. Given the over 600,000 existing SME MYOB subscribers, with a parallel marketing strategy to attract new customers and selling through existing channels to customers, we believe that 9,100 is a realistic target for 2 years. Elaborating on the development timeline, we anticipate after the development, alpha, and beta testing, we'll have a soft launch for 4 weeks of any last-minute changes. During the soft launch, you can use this time wisely to pre-sell to select targeted businesses who will benefit the most. This will be a full 27-week development cycle. Once we release to market, our first customers will be in the retail segment. Attractive data points such as the numbers used in generating cost of goods sold in the MYOB accounting system, as well as the need for SMEs in this area who need our services are compelling reasons to start. Furthermore, survey results given by MYOB state that 71% of retail businesses are likely to look at new opportunities in technology, and 68% of SMEs are seeking to use technology for efficiency gains. Manufacturing has also been selected for similar characteristics. For us to pick up customers even faster, existing clients will be charged less than the $40 per month, perhaps at $35, and they can be picked up through established channels. Promotional advertising of first 3 months, half price, and free trials are also super important. Our promotional marketing will be tied with a digital advertising campaign.
To conclude, we've shown that SME retailers need low-cost supply chain solutions in the age of COVID. We've introduced our low-cost web app solution that leverages modern data science techniques and methods. We've shown that it can have attractive pricing and solid revenue and market share. Our team, with its mix of both technical knowledge and business acumen, are not only well positioned to deliver this solution, but are very passionate about it. And we look forward to showing you how it can add great value to you and the Australian New Zealand retailer.